By the blessing of the icons and their emissaries, we found the child.
We brought something else to light.
There's a darkness coming.
In the shadows are old enemies.
And new allies.
What will survive in the dawn?
Motherless Cyclade.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum bum bum. Welcome back, folks, to Goblin Games. Coriolis, twitch.tv. I've forgotten where I am.
Stuff.
Things.
We're on the internet.
Space.
Space on the internet.
Space on the internet.
Space.
Inner space, intraspace, and all that jazz. Shall I pretend to do that properly? No. Hey folks, welcome to Goblin Games. It's me, Millie, and we're going to play some Coriolis. To play some Coriolis, I have some friends with me. I've just watched Ben put some crisps in their mouth. So, hey Pete, how you doing?
Hey, I'm not bad. I'm Pete, and I'm playing Yusuf.
How
Yay.
is Yusuf?
Generally confused.
Excellent.
And always looking for something to steal, I think, generally, is one of Yusuf's background things in his mind. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. If there's any more fruit lying around, I might just keep scooping that up, but you never know.
I was just telling Graham to mute
I normally
his other device.
respond to people, but yes, I did have my on.
Um,
So
how are you, Graham?
yeah, I'm really good. I got lots of productive stuff done today, which means I no longer have that hanging over my head. I'm ready to relax, channel a bit of Silsilla, maybe do less souvenir buying, more plot style things. Who knows? I think we have an appointment to go back, and we're supposed to go to a dig with someone if we can't get a different way into the dig. But yes.
And steal something.
Were we liberating things?
Always.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'll liberate. You steal. Moral middle ground there for us. We'll be okay.
Okay. How's Silsilla? Is he all right?
I think he's probably having a pretty cool time, actually. I mean, if I remember correctly, we're supposed to do like an hour or two walk into a temple. Halfway there, we were so full of junk, we went back to the ship, dropped it off, and then went back. So, yeah. I think Silsilla's enjoying being a tourist and trying to blend in.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure you're blending in at all, to be honest, Silsilla. But...
Oh, yeah, totally.
There was a bit of mind walking and screen grabbing and info capturing and stuff. So, you know.
Breaking, entering.
Yep.
Rifling through a poor missing student's belongings. Ben,
I remember that going really badly wrong as well.
how you doing, pal?
I'm good. Yeah. Busy.
Busy. Oh no.
Yeah. Now I counted it up. I had 12 games last week.
All right.
Wow.
That's a good number of games. That's double
Yeah.
digits.
That is, yeah, making it.
How
Living
many
the dream.
of those do you rub?
11?
Wow, okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of mental energy there. Congratulations.
It is. It's awesome. And how is Shanaz?
Shanaz doesn't steal things because she expects them to just be given to her anyway. So
That's
it's
just
not
like
theft if they give it to you.
posh people's.
People stealing.
Yeah, it's not stealing at all. It's mine already. You just don't know it yet. I am going to change my problem, I think, because it's not really coming up.
Okay.
And I think when it does come up, it might actually be to my advantage. So it's not really a problem then, is it?
Hmm.
So I think I've been thinking about it, and I think my actual problem is paparazzi.
Paparazzi.
Yeah, that was why I thought of it.
That was
song
my
came
really
on.
bad Lady Gaga impression there. I apologise to anybody who likes Lady Gaga.
If Twitch can't identify it, that's better.
Oh, okay. No, we're fine. We're good. We're all good.
Yeah, so that's my personal problem more than anything else, because that seems to be the thing I've gotten in more trouble with than the whole of any of the other stuff that used to be going on. So
Yeah. Okay. So the paparazzi is Shanaz's problem.
Yeah.
It's been. I feel like that thing in the witches in Macbeth. When did we last meet? You know that. Yeah. When did we three last meet? Even though there's four of us, I'm a numerate witch. So yeah, it's been about 2 weeks since we played. When we last played, we left Shanaz on a land barge, on a fancy land barge, trying to get away from the oncoming storm.
But one of those brilliant jobs where you actually don't have to do very much. Just paid an insane amount of money to do next to bugger all.
Insane amount of beer to take some shots.
Yep.
And
It's a pain in the arse for the meals.
I mean,
But-
wait, need that job. Paid to drink shots sounds perfect.
Shots.
Decadence.
Absolutely. I should probably expect it to be.
As one expects it. So Shanaz is on a lovely sailboat, and Yusuf and Silsila had broken into a poor student's room and been rifling through his stuff.
As part of the story, right? Not just
we were
random
doing an investigation.
investigation.
You drove to break into
Like-
somebody's house, you know.
Well, sure.
I could tell
but,
you.
know.
I feel like it would spoil your immersion if I were to tell you whether you actually engaged with the plot or not for this section.
That's right. We're really living our characters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, we were about to basically become slave diggers.
Yeah.
For necessity's sake.
Yeah, weren't you about to be like wrapped up in a cardboard box and posted to the dig or something equally sensible?
Very efficient method of transport. It's none of this flouncy satin and wine and shots and decadence that you've got going
Which
on.
is exactly why I wouldn't want anything to do with it.
So we've come to Dabara 2. No, that's a D&D Games notes. Flip back a bit.
Looking for the
To slay a dragon.
Mia's son, aren't we? And other
Yes,
kids.
we're looking
Yes.
for
Mhm.
Dara's
It turns out there's
Fanjar's
more young
Vahid
people
and
who've
Layla.
been kidnapped.
Are the ones we've been hired for.
Yep.
Children of Darius Fenjar, who's a miner who did very, very well for himself, made loads of money. And in our investigation so far, it's turned out that we're looking at close on 8 or 9, or maybe 7 to 9
Mm-hmm.
young people have gone missing over the last 3 to 4 weeks. And everybody's keeping stum about it and not mentioning it.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody's entirely sure how many people there are.
Yeah. It'd be scandalous to think that
It would be a scandal.
we don't like scandals.
Well, I think me and Yusuf are the cure for everyone's embarrassment.
Oh, of course. So in the morning, we went to the academy. We harassed the poor person there and suggested that they might contract the mystic's disease from Silsila. I think was
I think that was their own suggestion.
the
to be fair.
inference. And Shanaz did some digging and found some leads. And among those leads, we went off to the halls and we broke in. We found some odd information about the ruins, this dig that part of the Baron had fallen into. And are we going to go like late this evening? Are we going to rest, go back to our ship, rest, to come back and walk in and do it again? What's the plan?
No, we'll buy more crap on the way through. We've
Seems
just got.
excessive.
Let's just go. We're here. Let's go.
Times, isn't it? If I remember rightly, I've got a gun stashed on me as well because you're not allowed weapons.
No, it's the holy city, and it's ran by the nuns who keep everything relatively technology free, which also includes things to murder people with.
Shit.
Yeah, ships, vehicles, guns, stuff like that. So
Non-ideologically pure thought.
yeah, that's another thing to not bring.
My
into-
favorite.
Yeah. So before you, after you leave the room and before you go on your adventure down the chasm, is there anything specifically you want to do? Do you want to visit the Temple of the Icons? Maybe do some praying? Maybe leave an offering or not? It's up to you.
I will go and pray and leave an offering at the deckhand just in case I do have to do some digging. So I will be hench on behalf of the messengers.
Sure. Are you going to leave anything in specific for your deckhand, or are you just going to?
Yeah, I think I will leave some money and some sand.
Cool.
Little plastic hula dancer.
I'm all for lightsabers. Have them. Can't imagine how awful.
All right. So we go to the Dome of the Icons. That rests at Dome Plaza on the top of this golden-looking cliffside that looks out over the deserts, beautiful deserts of Debaran. And it's just like packed with pilgrims. This is like a holy site on the journey of the icons that you make around the horizon. One of the places to go, and it's packed. There's people in silent prayer. There's people in loud prayer. There's people trying to offer you or trying to sell you their time for extra prayer. Like, if you give me your burr, I will pray for you in your honor at the icons, so you've got twice as much prayer done in that time. Like, that kind of stuff.
We should do that. Like as sort of
I got to say to Silsilla, that sounds like a really good scam.
There's people selling talismans or things, offerings, packages. Like, this is a pre-prepared offering for the judge, or this one's for the dancer, that kind of stuff.
Like the McDonald's of religion.
Well, no.
For those guys.
For those guys, yeah. There's I think my closest understanding of it, like, if anybody's ever been to Lourdes or any other holy site, like a mile or so away from the holy site, there's legitimately dozens and hundreds of shops of tat. And it's that. It's like your coffee cup with the martyrs on it, the icons on it, kind of thing, and your flask with the icons on it, and that kind of stuff.
I'll be keeping an eye out for anything that looks vaguely cog or machinery.
Are we still wearing our fakely spelled Shanaz t-shirts? Like, we bought a bad rip-off merch, didn't we?
Yeah.
Did we take them?
I don't know.
No, didn't we put them on?
Oh, we gave them to Athea and
Adia and Kirsch are wearing Shabazz t-shirts.
Yeah,
but it's that calligraphy.
Shanann.
Yeah. Yes, there's two N's in it or something like that. Yeah. Just that bad calligraphy to just about from a distance.
Crime all by itself, let's say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yusuf, make an infiltration roll.
Oh, interesting. I've got 5 dice for this.
I think that'd be the most appropriate.
Can I assist?
Yeah.
Not if you're praying.
Okay.
That would be the most appropriate.
Yeah, it feels about right. Sneaking around, looking for stuff without being spotted. 1 success.
Okay. So as you're sort of sneaking about, looking around, sort of doing what you do best, maybe in the corners of the round temple, that kind of stuff. Painted myself into a circle there, really. As you're sneaking around, you do notice there are a couple of the guardsmen in the area who are like looking at a tabula and looking over to where Silsilla is. And then, one of them puts their finger into their ear to make a comms, like a conversation kind of thing. They head off in a different way, and somebody else comes. You can, like, I guess because Yusuf has evaded the guards and that kind of stuff,
yeah.
He's got a bit of a shady past, trying to, on the run and all that kind of stuff. Like, you can see them almost working together in pairs to try and confirm an ID. Like, somebody's gone this way and he's there, so somebody else, rather than walking around them like another set of guards has gone another way, and that kind of stuff. So people are definitely paying interest. Guards are definitely paying interest into Silsilla. But
they're not looking at me.
Either they haven't spotted you because you're skulking around, or you haven't spotted them because you've worked out.
I'm looking. Okay, right. Do we have phones or comms or communicators?
Comms,
yeah. Because I assume Silsilla's gone off into a.
Yeah, so the main sort of temple has got like these mini sort of side alcoves. Like there's
Okay.
one for each of the icons. But there is like a main sort of plaza kind of thing. It's quite big though.
I'll do the pre-agreed on 3 taps on the comm indicate you're being followed or something like that.
Okay.
So I don't go, you're being followed.
It's been made. Break. Yeah.
Cool. I think it was 7 taps for starter fire.
yeah.
I get right. Okay,
6.
let me think.
Was that 8?
What would we have sensibly done? Because I suppose I do have information. I suppose that I will like slip my phone equipment in my hand and just write stay or go and well, still like I'm praying.
Yeah. I will text guards are watching you.
Distraction? Make one.
Oh, do you want a distraction in the dome of the icons?
Maybe
From
outside. Maybe outside the dome of the icons.
Like, is there another way out? Is there what is your suggestion, Yusef? Because I'm like stuck blind with X amount of people watching me.
I'll distract the guards. You get clear of the dome.
Okay, how many people are in this dome?
Hundreds.
Oh, it's quite busy then.
It's a
Yeah,
really
like,
big, busy
oh,
place.
so it's full on
Yeah.
pilgrim. So
Oh,
okay.
God.
Okay, I wonder if it was like a quiet bit where we'd gone off to do.
I mean-
away from
Find
the
a robe.
I mean,
I'll text him. Find a robe. Do Conan. Have you seen Conan the Barbarian? Do Conan. Find one guy, take him behind a thing, mug him, take his cloak, and then oh no, he gets captured, doesn't he? Yeah.
It was a good plan up to that point, B. I'm going to avoid the capture part, if I'm being honest with you.
can I just be clear? Are you going to mug someone in the dome of the icons?
No.
No.
I'm
I've got
not.
literally no skill in doing that. I've got a gun I'm not supposed to have, and like no hand-to-hand combat skill or anything like that. So no, I'm probably not. All right then. One last question, Yusuf. Are the guards left, right, above, below?
I'll tell them where they've gone. It's going to be a bit hard for me to actually distract them without like blowing something up with hundreds of people around. So I might just sort of say, make your way out, and I'll watch them and tell you where they are, so you can get out.
All right, it's like nightmare. Awesome. Take 3 steps.
Yeah, sidestep
Right,
left.
Yes. All right then, sure.
Put the food in the satchel. Put the food in the satchel.
I forgot to set the dice tower up, so my dice going to be noisy, I think. I need to grab one. I'm going to make an infiltration roll and try and get away.
All right, so you're going to try and hide in the crowds.
Yeah. I've got 6 dice. That feels
Yeah,
okay.
you can have a bonus dice because Yusef is like
Oh, okay.
he's helping, right? Yusef is
Yeah.
helping.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my guardian angel, Yusuf.
There's a horrifying thought.
I got 2 successes.
Nice. Like I like how you're showing me there. Just to
Because I never
prove it.
normally roll any. I was surprised that there was even a 6 on my dice
I
when I
can
checked.
confirm those were 2 dice with 6s.
Indeed. Yes, so I get 2 successes. I'm ninja-like.
Okay,
Yes.
so you head off into the crowds, trying to sort of make your way around into different parts of the pilgrims, moving around and trying to disappear into them and become
Yeah,
sort
like
of
maybe if
faceless.
there's like a bunch of people leaving, I'll try and get in the middle of the group that's slightly
Oh,
taller than
like somebody holding up like an umbrella or something to like on a
anything.
tour.
Yeah, I can just sort of like a tourism group know each other, so I might not stand out. I'd probably message you if like exits guarded or no.
Oh, hang on, I think we're having a bit of wonky signal.
We're right now.
Oh, yeah, good.
Yep.
Oh,
It was solar flare.
It was that bit where Graham got a critical success on whatever it was that he was doing.
Oh, really?
It didn't happen on stream, so it doesn't matter.
Oh,
It
no,
doesn't
everyone's
count.
dead. I'm so sorry.
I will sort of go left now.
Hmm?
Duck. Behind that hamper.
This is like
Climb
a
the
Rocket
statue.
Raccoon moment, isn't it? Where you're like, do a combat roll.
yeah. It'll be
Put
like.
that plant on your head. Yeah, just like that dickhead, yeah. Yeah, I will follow my friend's instructions. You know, he's going to need a partner in tap buying at some point again. So,
So there is a short montage of Yusuf and Silsila trying to avoid guards. I mean, maybe we go into a different shrine, we mix in with some folks there, we come back out, borrow someone's shawl, like we pinch it off someone.
Pinch a hat. Yeah.
Washing lines and all sorts of things.
Oh, you know what I mean? Somebody's dropped their stuff as they're
kidding.
praying.
Washing line.
Yeah,
That would be
go
amazing.
on.
It's not a Naked Gun movie. It's like.
I mean, I also imagine that message power just to play like the Mission Impossible music in my head, so like really hype for me.
Dum 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 dum.
But yeah, we'll sneakily sneak as best we can.
Excellent. All right, so you make your way, and the plan is to completely leave the temple.
Yusuf, you tell me.
I think so. I think
Get
so.
out into the plaza and out into
The main thoroughfares, and then we can sort of.
which is even busier.
I should maybe change out my flight suit. Probably stands out an absolute mile. I'll just put the helmet on. They'll never recognise me. It could be any
Where's that?
pilot.
We got like 400 t-shirts. Why don't you
No,
wear
I
one
know,
of
I
those?
put, like, one on each leg
I
as
mean,
well,
you could
yeah.
just wear like 8 of them and then take one off every time someone sees you.
You are a master of stealth.
Different,
Yes.
all different colour.
Yeah,
Not 8 of the
really
same
funny, just
t-shirt.
the same t-shirt.
All the same color.
That'd be amazing.
No, look.
But green really is my color. Why would I get them in a different one? All right. So Silsila and Yusuf head off and try to disappear into the pilgrim area of the Dome of the Icons. Ben,
Hello.
can Shanaz make an agility roll?
Absolutely. Agility with dexterity or
Yes.
without?
Yeah.
Splendid. Oh, I've got to get dice out. That's how this works.
Sometimes.
Maybe not that many dice, but you know, can't have everything.
Just the
So
tower.
2
Where's-
dice for
where's the
dexterity,
box?
3 dice for agility. That is 2 successes.
Excellent. All right. So you're like perhaps. I wonder what you're doing. So we've had like our breakfast shots. We've had our romantic evening shots. We've had our like working out in the spa shots. So the most of the like the assignment from the Dar is over and done with. So what has Shanaz been doing in her like downtime when she's not like sleuthing or such? Has she just been like taking advantage of the facilities, or?
I think she would have started off taking advantage of the facilities and then felt a bit guilty after a couple of hours, and then remembered that she does actually have an agenda that she's working on and started getting back onto that by using his communication system to get in touch with various courtesan schools and academies and little training areas, and subtly floating the idea of the guild,
Mm-hmm.
which serves a twofold process.
Yeah.
It's both building my courtesans guild and also sort of low-key reach out to the alarm.
Okay. Cool. So you're there and you've got like a couple of connections to different people. You maybe experience a bit of chat lag from some folks as you try and sweet talk one person into sweet talking. Just explain how good an idea it is to one person, and you wait for some information from somebody else. And you feel like this is a very fancy ship. Like the stabilizers and the inertial dampeners or whatever there's been employed upon this ship are pretty fancy. But even that, there's a moment where you see perhaps your coffee, or I don't know, Prosecco, whatever it is Shanaz fancies, maybe a bit of both, one for fun, one for caffeination, bottle of water on the side. And you see the levels, like the water, like the just sort of begin to tilt.
Tyrannosaur.
No, not shake, just tilt. And then there's a moment or two more where you're not as graceful and as delicate as you are. You would perhaps stumble, or find yourself as the whole of the land barge, like sort of, it's turning, it's banking. It's not like there's no sort of rumbles, there's no shakes, it's not under attack. I mean, in your time with Silsila and Yusuf and Jafar and stuff, you've probably had some slight run-ins with like pirates and corsair stuff out in and around. None of that sort of shaking. This is like something, a very big ship trying to do a very tight turn.
No, or is it a storm? I know we were expecting to get hit by a storm, or is he just? Oh, I'm going to go up on deck and
the Dar was trying
assuming
to leave.
there's no storm.
Yeah, so you head out. You move up onto deck. You're the only person out and around. You do see a couple of folks like cleaning up in areas, like after this sort of epic turn. That's like they're tidying up things, straightening beautiful pictures, putting fruit back into bowls, that kind of stuff as you make your way up. And you can see as it's sort of swinging around that perhaps you are no longer heading away from the city. You are heading back towards the spaceport.
Interesting. Couple of hours before we have to worry about it, but I will send a message to whoever is my current staff person, because I was introduced to like a PA or a
there was the
butler
media
of some
assistant
kind,
and that kind of stuff, folks who would coordinate the schedules with folks.
So I'll find out why the schedule's changed and we're heading back.
Okay, so a very short sort of message is replied. And it's like travel calculations in error, won't leave before storm hits. Apologies, returning for safety of spaceport.
Okay, well, I better send a message to old Darius Fanja to let him know that I'm having to return to the Holy City because of the storm. So I won't be able to make our appointment. Perhaps we could reschedule.
Yeah, so that goes out. Get like the standard kind of auto response.
And I'll shoot a message back to Anila.
Yeah.
To let her know that I'm going to be back sooner than anticipated because apparently the storm's moving faster and Yassir is heading back.
She responds a little bit quicker. Obviously, she's closer, and she's probably this side of the storm or such, or using satellites on this side of the storm at least. And she's like, not like the Institute to get calculations on the storm fronts wrong.
It's not, is it?
No.
Oh, Bene Gesserit talking.
Yeah.
All the innuendo conversation comes out then.
I watched that again. Those series recently. They're on Prime and they are gloriously camp and terrible but brilliant. Anyway, so yeah, she's like, it's not like the Institute to get the calculations wrong. Are you sure?
I thought it was quite unusual as.
Well,
never mind. I wonder if there's anyone in town who might be looking for an appointment anytime soon.
She there's that ... She's thinking. She's like, I'll ask around. I'm certain there might be someone. I'm not sure they will all have your budget. She wouldn't use budget. Budget is crass. Your caliber of company. There we go. That would be better.
Looks like the stream's gone choppy again.
Yeah, I keep checking my connection. I don't know what's wrong.
Yeah, it's dropped apparently.
I'll check the router. You are in a wide
And then it's
connection.
back.
Yeah, I am. Sorry, folks. I didn't expect it to be so. Maybe the storm is hitting the northwest of England. How many dots is on the router?
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of the dots.
All
Too
of them,
many.
yes. We've stolen everybody else's dots. That's the actual problem.
That's
I don't know how
the
to give
problem.
them back.
We've got
Oh, too much internet.
too much
Yes,
internet
exactly,
in our
yes.
house, and I've put a wire in the computer and everything. None of this Wi-Fi stuff.
I did a speed test today. It was 100 steps.
Oh, good.
So,
Let
at
me.
least it wasn't that. Maybe it is.
Maybe it is now. Let me come to Twitch and poke it with a stick from my end.
Oi, Twitch, behave yourself.
Oi stuff.
Yeah, very definitely not us.
Okay.
Because I can't hold it up. Where's the camera?
What are you doing?
It says 103.3 megabits, and that's on a mobile, not like a wire
Oh, okay.
connection.
All right.
So
All
it's
right.
definitely not you, and the upload's about 30. So
Thanks for that live speed test.
indeed, yes.
All right. So
And then I'm going to send a text message over our private comms
Uh-huh.
to Yusuf and Silsila that just says, "What have you done now?"
I mean, which bit do we explain?
What haven't we done?
Yeah, no, yeah. Fashion crime. That's what I'm going to respond.
yeah, so
I shouldn't cry.
as you leave and perhaps move a little bit away from the temple of the Dome of the Icons, down maybe a side street or so, you get you maybe spot like there's a few extra of the city guard kind of making their way through, and you see one of them talking to a number of the Lotus Sisters, which are the ladies who run the city, and they're talking, and you get the impression from them they're asking for something. She's like, no, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to do that. Absolutely no way on Debaran am I going to facilitate this. And they're like, blah, 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 kind of thing. And she's just like, no.
What have we done? Can you find out? The international symbol for psychic powers.
Are you doing that in the middle of the? Could
Absolutely,
you?
like when you put the flight helmet on and visor down as he got in my face. Yeah.
Why don't we like
You don't have to, by the
eavesdrop
way. But
first before I do that?
Okay.
And I have to like talk to them, meet them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say to Silsila.
Oh, okay, fair enough then. But yeah, we seem to have done something way more serious than I anticipated, or I have anyway, because they don't seem to be looking for you.
Well, they're looking for you for some reason. You wanted on this planet that we didn't know about?
I mean, not in a bad way, no. I mean, I did try and sign up as a pilot. Maybe it's that.
I don't think they send the police to invite people for pilot training.
No.
I am very good though, so I would get an escort.
You were recently, what was the word? Confirmed, weren't you? Weren't you confirmed as a Zenithian?
Oh,
Yeah. They found the
Someone finally confirmed your good genes. Maybe they're sending some police to guide you to the nicer end of town. I don't know.
Or something. That sounds great.
Yeah.
I would assume this is to do with the whole mystic thing. So you know what?
Possibly.
If they arrest me, they can't. I'm not going to pass any mystic tests. So you know.
If they arrest you, I'm going to go in their mind and say, I am Silsila and I'm talking in your mind. No, don't worry.
I mean, that would be amazing. I mean, that would be absolutely amazing.
Just so you go, I'm not.
I wouldn't know.
Yes,
though,
I
would
am.
If that comes
Well,
up.
I think we should just get out of here rather than hang around and try and find out what
I
the
agree,
authorities are doing.
Yeah.
Alright. So as you come to this conclusion, you get a message from Shanaz that goes, "What have you done?"
It was Silsila.
Is that just the message back? Silsila did it.
I just said
Yeah.
like
And
an
so
eye
Silla's
roll
one went
here.
fashion crime.
Yeah.
Followed by an eye
Helpful.
rolling meme, I guess. Don't know. Seems serious. Like, yeah.
as you're like, and then there's this on the other, on like the whole ship comms rather than the away party comms, that group chat. You get Adia being like, Spaceport have just decided to inspect the ship.
Oh no, maybe they've got like anti-merchandise.
They're looking for you, aren't they?
And the next message is like, do we let them, or do you want me to make this difficult? Remember, she comes from like her original ship was very much a smuggler scavenger.
Yeah.
So she's comfortable. Sorry, they're comfortable making
I think we should tell
port
them to
misery.
go for
You
it.
know,
Let's do it ourselves.
I would argue that having a humanite and a Scavara on board our ship here would suspicize instead of desuspicizing.
Oh, it's too late for. It's too late. They're, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, they have been sat on the deck chairs you provided.
That is
outside
true.
the ship.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think they should make it difficult.
Wearing giant pink
Oh,
and
like-
turquoise Shanann t-shirts.
Yeah. I guess we'll have a little discussion. I think if we make it easy, then they won't be stood there waiting for us to come back. Whereas if they can't get on or we make it awkward, are they just gonna like double down and just sit there waiting for us? At least if they get to poke around, you know, we don't have whatever they're looking for. Might
Unless
forget
they
about
put
us.
it there in the first place.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, they would still do that when we showed up anyway.
True.
Pete, what are your thoughts? So Ben is
I think we should
difficult.
get someone to dress up in your clothes and run around town. I think we should make it difficult for them, but that's just my general feeling about authority. But let them check the ship out. If they're going to mess about, then they'll do something, and at least we won't be there to be arrested immediately, and we'll find out about it.
so
I'll if one of them can follow them around, I could watch what's going on.
might
Okay.
just be awkwardly helpful. Ben, what did you want to make it difficult for? Just is it general principles or?
Partly, yeah. I think if the more we can kind of stall them and just be a bit of a pain in the arse, they're going to write us off as like idiot tramp pilots rather than anything else.
How would they ever come to that conclusion?
Well, for a start, we're letting them loose on the ship that's got Kirsch on it.
I mean, he can just talk them until they're bored.
Yep.
Yeah, Kirsch can do that actually.
Oh,
So Adia also asks, and maybe they do it in, you know, like those disappearing messages and stuff you can get. Maybe they do it in one of them to, as like, in this merch you've dropped off, anything dodgy? Shall I hide it? Question mark. Then afterwards it's like no judgment either way. Like, you know, they don't mind if you bought like illegal stuff or drugs or stuff, but also they want to know whether they should find one of the smuggler stashes and use it.
It's embarrassing that we just put absolute parts of no value and nothing cool.
that's good though, isn't it? To have it visible. It's just a load of shit. We just bought a load of shit. We're
It's
idiot
even better
tourists.
if you hide it and they're like, aha, we've got you. Wait, this is just shit t-shirts.
Yeah.
Knockoffs.
Damn it.
Yeah.
These are illegal on Algol.
Yeah, incorrect spelling is punishable by death on Algol. Yeah.
Yeah.
The big Shanaz fans on Algol.
Yeah.
Stars of Dabara.
I mean, they're probably big Shanaz fans here as well, hence all the knockoffs.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're just not allowed a cotton polyester weave. That's all.
Yeah, we could tell them to like act like they've hidden the knockoff T-shirt. So like you said, like they're like, haha, but hang on, this is absolute rubbish.
Sure.
Okay.
Alright.
So Adia is like, hide it, but not too
Badly.
good. Okay. Sure. I know this game. And you just get like an emoji from Kirsch that's like 2 thumbs up. And then a spanner emoji. You know. Just to
That's Kirsch signing off, just in case we weren't sure who sent it.
yeah. Username Kirsch, 2 thumbs up, and then a spanner on the end of all their messages.
At least it's not a hot tub.
Capybara. All right, so they're gonna let the inspectors, the guard, whoever it is that wants to come onto the ship on, and let them do the tour or inspection, and hide some
We
merch
might
badly,
actually find out what they're looking for as well, and that might help us.
and then they're gonna deal with that.
Yeah, I might say to Adia, when they're text me when they're done and about to talk to you.
Okay. So the land barge, like, definitely picks up a bit of speed. It was doing a good pace across the horizon, away from horizon, across the Dabaran desert. And now it's done this big turn and it's heading back. Is Shanaz satisfied with like the comms? Does she head off to go and see anybody else? Is she gonna what's the mood over on the land barge?
I'm suspicious, but there's not a lot I can do without tipping my hand. So I'm already alerted. I've notified someone that there's shenanigans going on. I've checked in with the boys and they can't pinpoint anything they've done. So that leads me to suspect that whatever is going on is probably something that I might need to get captured to find out.
As Shanaz is sort of making this kind of, I might just have to get captured to find out, sort of thought, and maybe you sign off from your comms and that kind of stuff. The media PA comes in after you message them, and they ask, I know we brought a lot of your belongings aboard, and I understand you are the sort of person who would be prepared for many situations. I just wondered how your sort of like expedition attire is.
Expedition attire? I could probably come up with something appropriate.
Excellent.
Are we heading towards an expedition of some kind?
Well, given that the storm is coming much faster than we anticipated, we won't get away through the vector that we wanted, and it's much safer to return to spaceport. The Dar has asked if you wouldn't mind maybe an archaeological dig. Is some investment in some of the city below.
Is this the business over at the Wound?
Yes, some of that is.
I read about that when we landed. It sounds fascinating. Yeah, I'm sure I've got something I can throw together.
Do let us know if you need any shoes, veils, gloves, etc. We do have a fabricator on board. We could make something to your specs for your size. Actually, and then she goes into that would be a very good promotional shot. Like we could feature, and like feature in the sponsorship, and she goes off.
That sounds wonderful. Why don't we do that? Yeah. After all, we're going to have to bring our contract to a close sooner than anticipated by the looks of things. So we should maximize it, shouldn't we?
Well, if needed, we can engage you for another couple of days just to make sure we've got time to fit in the dig site and the visit to the Wound.
That sounds fine. Let's do that then. Well, let's have a look at your fabricator, and I've got some designs tucked away in the back of my head that I've been meaning to try out. So maybe we could collaborate on something.
Yeah, and there's that like kind of like comms like bring coffee, fruit, and that kind of stuff to fabricate a room. And we have an Edna mode kind of procession sort of thing with the technician.
No, darling, that is far too commonplace.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. At the end, so while the ship is being inspected, Yusuf and Silsila, do you do anything? Are you just kind of off, holding pattern, waiting to see, dodging the guard?
Towards the dig?
I think we're trying to get in slowly in that direction, avoid the guards, and I'm waiting for a moment to do a mind walk.
Okay.
And they're like a place where I can hide for a minute.
Go and get a coffee and a booth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might shoot
Sounds
the boys
good.
a text as well saying, sorry, boys, been kidnapped and taken to the wound. Will update next time I can.
Remarkably calm there, Yusuf. What do you think? I just
Kidnapped.
messaged rescue with a question mark.
It's some kinky game that she's part of. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
P.S. Not a kinky game.
I don't think you're the only one that might walk, Yusuf. I think Shanaz has the power too.
She just has an incredible culture and insight.
Yeah, so I will message rescue with a question mark.
Not just yet.
Okay.
We know the dig is in the wound, right?
Yeah.
We're heading that way anyway.
Yeah. I'll put like, see you later then.
Yeah, we'll just drop a pin on a map and send it. All right then. I mean, I guess we'll find somewhere like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes walk from where we're going. Try and find a local dark cafe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we wander around a
Strong
bit.
coffee.
Some very strong, sweet espresso based drinks.
Yeah.
Some local like cakes and biscuits. Maybe some dried fruit and stuff.
Sounds good.
A little bit of
Good.
tobacco. Very nice.
Making me hungry.
Yeah, that's good. And we sit down.
Is this what it's like for Shanaz?
No, it's better for Shanaz.
I mean, we would know that. We'd be like,
She doesn't have to go and find a place where they sell it. She sits down and they bring it over to her.
oh, okay.
They will build the place around her if need be.
Been done before. Yeah.
This
And-
one time on Algol.
We could go to Algol, I think. We should go.
We don't talk about alcohol. No.
Oh gosh, that's in my head now. Yeah, so it takes about 30 minutes or so. So in all, since the initial like they're going to inspect us, you want me to make a difficult message, and there's probably like it's probably a surreptitious message, so it's like one of those like done with one hand, half looking kind of message, and it's something like done nabao. They message badly, sort of thing. Yeah, make your. Do you need to make a roll for this?
I need to make a
test
roll.
Psychic power.
Psychic powers, mystic powers.
Mhm.
That's telekinesis, Kyle.
Here we go. Oh, one success
Excellent. One success.
and a darkness point.
Yeah, it is enough. I got it back. See, I got it back.
Oh yeah. Back up to 11.
I used one.
I'm
for
going to
something.
mind walk into Adia.
Idea. All right, so you're looking at these couple of pork guard. They've got like the sort of horizon kind of sunburst logo of the Debaran Guard kind of thing, and they've got like names embroidered underneath on their jackets and like Port Authority kind of thing. And the guy's got a tabula, and he's sort of going through a bunch of stuff. You can hear him talking about, well, there'll be an export of so much for all that merchandise you seem to be taking off. And he lists a bunch of burr and stuff for that. You might want to locate your cupboards a little bit better. They seem to be very close to smugglers' stashes on this ship, and you can hear Adia being like, "What? No, they're just old. Like this ship is very old. I don't know what you're talking about. Smugglers' stashes, that kind of stuff." And they're like, and obviously when your captain comes back, we need to be notified. I know I'm giving this to you, but I need to give it to a real person. And you just
Wait for shit.
like the vision just sort of like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. Nods.
You think that's mean? Wait until you see what I can do with my malicious talent.
malicious?
I mean, we have an accelerator railgun.
And until then, we're gonna put docking clamps to prevent you leaving without paying your fees. Good to see your ship is in actually good working order. I was surprised to see you let a Skavaran loose on board. I guess that's not a choice you have to make, hey? And there's just, like, I get Yusuf would be used to, like the sort of head movements of, like, yeah, come on, bring it on. Let's rattle through all this kind of stuff. But if you could forward it to your owner, your captain, and let them know that there are fees to pay, and the clamps will be there. Do you know where they are right now? Maybe we could get some of our guards in town to just meet up with them and make sure they get the message properly, not whatever garbled sort of information you might pass on. And Adia just sort of like shakes their head, and you can hear them like, no, obviously I don't get to hold where my owner, my captain goes. Obviously, why would he tell me anything like that? I'm just here to work on the ship. Just forever. Like part of the fittings. just bought a spanner. Kind of thing. They're like, all right, fine. Yeah. And aside from the list of things, have a good evening. Whatever it is you do in the evening. Don't leave the ship. And they leave.
Capybara hot tub.
Capybara hot tub street, yeah.
I thought them had gone in the soup.
And then you see like Adia, they're making their way down to like the canteen, or the communal area.
Mess.
Yeah, and the mess. And Kirsch is there with like there's just like Shanaz merch everywhere. And they're holding one up, and he's like, this is good, this looks like them. This is very much Shanaz. And then another one, this one, no. Look at the nose, this bad nose. Kind of stuff. And just like going through all the merch. I like this, his hair is bad. That kind of stuff. Yeah. But yeah, the whole of the mess looks a mess. And you can see like all the cupboards and everything is open as they've walked through the corridors. All the doors and like access panels have been opened. Like they've gone for a good sort of check over.
They thought we were hiding.
Maybe.
For us rather than stuff. What does Adia think about that?
What kind of idiot would hide on their smuggling ship?
I mean, they obviously don't have a high opinion of us.
Yeah. I'll come out of the...
Yeah, as you sort of come out, you can see that Adia is leaning down to like start either some sort of, I don't know, you maybe a group call.
Yeah,
Maybe
group call probably.
Like, call you up and be like,
be weird. Can I be twice in the group call for a moment?
Echo, Shanaz, they include you in the group call, like it's like a team conversation sort of thing. And Adia's like, well, they mostly just I don't think they were doing a proper inspection. Either that or they're really incompetent, but they've gone now. I'm supposed to
do another inspection and see if they left anything.
And like their eyes widen. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll get on with that. Yeah.
Let me guess. Export duties and the docking clamps until we pay up.
Yeah, like they've put an exorbitant tax on all this tat you brought back earlier.
Personal use.
And they like Adia lifts up the camera, Shanaz, and you can just see like there's t-shirts, and coffee cups, and like statues of somebody singing. And if you squint really hard, it looks like the dress you wore for the final episode you were on Stars of Debaran for. Like if you do like,
is that a bunch of dancer icons?
And Kirsch is like, this one has got your name on it.
It says Shanann.
There are no B's in my name. Oh yeah, there is actually, but not in that part of my name.
Alternative spelling.
Then it's not you, it's somebody else. Sorry.
Grade A quality merchandise there.
Final
Yeah.
culprit.
Yeah, Shanaz is immediately onto her IP lawyer. Like, I like to think like Shanaz is making a lot of money here, but also she has to spend a lot of money with the IP lawyers at the end, so she just breaks even. Just breaks even. That's how it goes. But yeah, they have a lot of tat, a lot of stuff. Addy is like, yeah, okay, we'll do a check over the ship. We'll go through everything, putting everything back together. It was a bit rude. I'm used to it by now. From the revolution.
Have you got a name?
Pardon?
Did you get a name?
And they scroll through like the docking, and it is listed with a guard's name and that kind of stuff.
Leave it with me.
Sure. Yeah, it's listed with a guard's name and that kind of stuff. They forward you the document kind of thing, and you can see that sort of stuff. All right. Well, if there's anything else you want,
Just don't com them about anything. Just stay sealed up and cozy.
Booze
Yeah.
o'clock.
all right. Yeah, I'll crack out the booze. I think Jafar left some in his quarters actually.
Brandy.
Yeah,
I may have had some of that.
it's good stuff. Anyway, stay safe up there. Is it nice? And then it just descends into like chit chat and that kind of stuff. Like,
Not really.
oh, okay. Like, put that down. Stop it. No, we have to tidy up.
Bye.
I'll be back later. Bye.
Bye 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 bye
You
bye
hang
bye
up.
bye.
You hang up. So yeah, they're a bit like about to sweep the ship for bugs or traces or malware. Whatever.
I'll say to Silsilla, they specifically asked to be notified when you return to the ship and asked where you are and said maybe we could get some guards to come and fetch him and bring him back.
Oh, lovely. Let's hope Shanaz made some nice friends then.
Yeah.
I mean, the docking clamps, can we just cut them off and run? Like, I guess I would know. From
You
my
could.
colonial
It
ranger days.
would probably engage a bunch of the local law enforcement to follow
Yeah.
and shoot at you.
I'm okay with that.
It depends on if you think the ship is quick enough. I mean, it's a blockade runner, isn't it?
So
Yeah.
So you might be
Yeah.
able to flee. But you definitely have like some kind of warrant on Debaran.
I'm going to guess either they know I have a gun or it is the mystic thing.
It's the
I think it
mystic
might be
thing.
more than that. Or nothing to do with either of those things. I think those things might just be convenient excuses.
I don't think I came here in my ranger days, so. Well, let's go and. You know what? I suppose if we find the Emir's son, is it? Or the Dar? I can't
The
remember
Dar.
right word.
The Dar
Maybe he can help us out of
is Fanjar.
my legal trouble.
Yeah. Save the day and all bets are off, aren't they, really? You know?
At least for the 20 minutes it takes us to exit orbit.
At least enough to run away.
Yeah. Gets you that window, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you do arrest me for being a mystic and they have a mystic test, I'm not going to like show as a mystic. So, do the person
You
who
sure?
made a mistake. You know what? It will be a surprise to me as well. So that's cool.
Okay.
I think we might know a scientist back on Coriolis that might be able to facilitate the turning of you into one.
I mean, after the test, and that sounds good. Not sure about before. All right, then. Let's go digging.
Yeah.
But not our own holes. The else's.
Yeah, not graves, just.
I meant more into the
Yeah.
trouble, let's.
I need you to dig here about 7 foot long, 3 foot wide, and 6 foot deep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, the first thing you do is hit them with the shovel and then start. No problems at all.
Brilliant. Yeah.
But yes, Yeah, let's go to wherever the wound is, and
Make a cross past
yeah,
the city.
we can buy some shovels on the way.
All right. So you've been enjoying your coffee. You've been sitting and chilling for a while. As you're
Can we get him a change of clothes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, don't wear your flight suit everywhere, man. You're like very recognizable.
It's who I am.
Exactly. We are trying to conceal who you are from now on.
Just put a caftan over the top of
Yeah,
it.
we'll get a caftan, stick it on, and I'll rub some grease that I have just on my hands for no reason on his face.
Okay. Give me let's make an infiltration roll.
Okay, I'm so glad that piloting is agility based. I do have one in infiltration.
Can I help?
Are we both making it, or just one of us?
Just one of you. I think the person who has the lowest infiltration should make it.
I've got
six. What, do you mean the skill or the total dice? No, I've got 5 dice.
1 in the skill and 5 in the dice.
Yeah, I've got 1 in the skill and 4 agility.
Points have mysteriously gone
Yeah,
into
just went down.
It's just a glitch. Like the internet dropped there's a glitch in the darkness points.
Oh no, there's a glitch in the darkness.
Yeah.
I mean, sounds very, very reasonable. So you wish to roll then? Am I giving an assist or not?
Yeah. You
all right, so you roll 6 dice then.
Yeah.
Do it.
I'm going to push.
I get worried when it's not double. Okay, that phase says it went swimmingly. He got all 6.
There was 6 sixes in that roll, right? Right, Pete?
No 6s.
No 6s.
Oof, even with the push, that's terrifying.
I know.
Trouble, my old friend.
Did you in Greece write "My name is Silsilla" on the back of his caftan?
He's wearing that "I'm with the Mystics" t-shirt. That's what it is.
Yeah. It's got. I'm with the mystic. It's got an arrow pointing.
Yeah. You know what? If you do arrest me for being a mystic, then just be horrified. You'll just carry all my stuff. You're just my gopher. They might think you're on the same level as like Kirsch and Adia. Like tell you to piss off back to the ship.
Sounds good to me.
Just check one thing in the book.
Sniper rifle? I'm joking, but that is the actual thing or not. What it is.
Alright, 1 plus.
Nice.
Or a calculator?
No. Could you roll 3, 4, 5? Could you roll 66 for me, please, Graham?
Sure. I made myself a makeshift dice tower out of my dice box and the actual tower part.
Good effort.
Yeah.
I approve.
Do you want the totals or just how many 6s?
I just need 6s. Okay. Silsilla, do you have any armor?
I do, yes, thank you. Plot armor, is that okay?
No, I didn't give you any plot armor.
I have 1 point of armor.
All right, roll 1d6.
I'm going to roll one of the ones that roll a 6.
Yes, that's how it works. Yeah, that's how it works.
It is as well.
Okay. So you take 2 points of stress, not damage, stress.
Okay.
As this dart hits you, and as it hits you, like maybe in the neck or the lower arm, it lets out this electric like shock, and for a brief moment you're sort of stunned in place. As somebody is trying to stun you, Yusuf, you sort of swing around and look, and you can see that there are a bunch of guards, and they point out towards Silsilla, and they start shouting, like, stop! In the name of the icon, stop! You're under arrest! And the crowds, like the folks around you, like nobody wants to be arrested in the city of the icons. Like they all sort of move to sides and that kind of stuff. There is this long sort of look between you and the three guards at the top of like the little avenue. Silsilla is
gonna try and just, I guess, ditch my gun to Yusuf and tell him to piss off.
okay. You should
Just run off. I'll stand here. Just run off.
You're just gonna stand there and let Yusuf run.
I mean, I'll run in a different.
When the crowd
direction.
went like that,
Mhm.
I can't
there'll
shoot
be
the guard. That just.
the last person to go with them will be me.
Okay. All right, Yusuf.
You just told me a minute ago, like if they come for me, sod off.
Yeah.
All right, Yusuf,
And I'm gonna run.
make an infiltration roll, Yusuf.
Okay. One success.
And then Priscilla, make agility roll.
Okay, so no skill. I've got dexterity if that helps.
Yeah, agility, dexterity.
Ones. This is much better than an actual dice tower. I'd never roll this amount of six.
Very nice. And then could you roll for me? Could you roll 66 for me, please?
Can indeed. Ben, do you want to roll? You haven't got to roll any dice.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not taking responsibility for all the things that happen horribly to you.
I'll roll.
I already did. I got no successes. What's that one? It's 0 successes.
All right, okay. So Cecilia, so Yusuf, you sort of like as the crowd, you put on that kind of like, huh? And you move over to like the other side with the other folks, like flipping your collar up a bit and being like, oh no, kind of thing. Silsilla, like a whippet, heads off down the street, maybe stumbling a little bit now and again as you rip out like this dart. And these folks begin chasing you. You begin running down the street. Stop! You're under arrest. Stop in the name of the icons. You know, all that kind of stuff. People moving out the way and that kind of thing.
I will follow.
Yeah. They run down.
Not like stop, police.
Yeah,
you know.
as like the crowd kind of move in and they go, "Ooh, what was that? That was exciting! Thieves in the city, you know, that kind of stuff." And whatever the conversation is, you
Liberators.
Sort of, you follow like ahead. Maybe you take out your tabula to sort of get some pictures, like you're live streaming or something.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gaining on you, Silsilla, but they are keeping kind of you in sights. What do you want to do?
All right then. So, do I let myself be arrested? Eventually, they're going to find me.
Maybe do you reckon it will help? Like, there's a reason they're after you, right?
There is, yeah. Like best case scenario,
And it's
I
not-
evade them, but they're still clamped on ship anyway.
Yeah. Do we do it so we find out what's going on, let you get captured, and then I figure out a way to bust you out by mind walking a guard and seeing the security number?
I mean, it doesn't feel like
Dance off, man.
Oh, okay, yeah. I could maybe do that. Is there like a local police station?
I mean, I'm sure there's 3 folk behind you to help you find that if you wanted.
Oh, I don't really want to be.
You're going to run around and
I'm just gonna go in
avoid
and
them,
say,
but run to the
"Is this a
station.
warrant for me? I don't really know why. But they
Oh, yeah.
just look around the streets for me.
I mean, they can still see you right now. Like you haven't evaded them.
Fair enough then, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna just shout, "Arrest for what?"
As you're running, you're just like, arrested for what?
Yeah, like just looking behind me every so often.
They shout,
Crimes against fashion.
yeah.
I mean, I'm a goner at that point. I'm beating different sizes and everything.
By order of Ayid Sani, you are under arrest.
Is that a name that's familiar to you, Zilla?
Ayid is like an honorific in a guard. It's like a head sort of level in the guard. But the name is not. Like Sani is the name and you don't know it. Like,
Do I hear that?
yeah, by order of
Can I
Ayid.
text who is Aid Sani to Shanaz?
All right.
I'd just be like, that's a person, not a crime.
They're running the, these are that kind of stuff.
No, I'm fun jogging at the moment.
All right. You're fun jogging.
I know I'm going to get captured, so I'm just,
You're spinning around and running backwards.
not quite that show up, but yeah,
Moonwalking
I'm running
along the
within
way.
myself, saving that sprint finish.
All right. Ben, do you want to have Shanaz make? I think it would just be a culture roll, local culture roll, wouldn't it?
Always happy to make culture rolls. 2 successes.
Ayid Sani is the head commissar of the guard here in the city. They are the 2 successes. They are quite old, due to retire in the next couple of years. He has a nice picture on his what would it be, like his about your head commissar page of his lovely family.
Chipped
Him,
in.
his wife, and his son, and they're all in the institute grounds. And yeah, he.
I wonder when the last time his son was seen in public was. Tappy, 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 tappy.
It's not been very recently.
Funny that.
But yeah, and they're like, stop. So you can either, well, what you want to do is up to you. They're going to try and catch up with you and arrest you. So,
Do I get told who Aid Sani is?
unless Shanaz is going to make a voice call, because it's going to go through Shanaz to Yusuf and then Yusuf to you. And you're running, remember?
Plus, I don't know that you're in the process of being arrested. So I will message back to Yusuf that he's rich, old chief of police, might be missing his son.
All right. I guess I decided that it was inevitable anyway. Unless there's like a map that shows me a police station I can wander into just to spite the people who shot me.
Your Graham is showing, Silsilla.
Yes.
I'll
If you
text
scratch me, do I
Silsilla
not
saying
Graham?
that's the chief of police whose child is missing, and I will send a TikTok video to Shanaz of police chasing Silsilla through the streets to the Benny Hill music.
I was going to say quickly add the Benny Hill thing.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess like I was already half willing to just. Give
Well,
it.
as soon as I get that, I will text Adia to say, please remote delete Sir Silsilla's phone.
just clear, yeah. Just.
I will give in. I will just like turn around and say, oh, yep, okay, absolutely, yes.
Oh, me! You're talking to me.
I was just scared. They're also big.
Adia sends the facepalm emoji. Just that, like to.
Yeah.
You're all so big. You're such big strapping men.
All right. So the guards, then they're rather rough. As they.
You made them exercise. They don't
you
like
made them
that.
exercise. They had to run.
Yeah.
They're rather rough. They handcuff you. There's a bit of a scene. You can see people taking pictures and stuff.
Just flick my hair out my face.
Yeah.
Me included.
Yeah, Yusuf is getting a good shot.
You get the one with the wink in it.
Yeah. There's a live feed going back to the ship. Kirsch is eating popcorn. watching Silsila be arrested. Yeah, they quite roughly arrest you, and you see a few more guards like at the end of the road, and they come and you're almost, it's, you know, it might seem like a cool scene to Silsila. Is like,
I'm really thinking, am I a war criminal? I just don't
six
know.
of them walk you to the nearest police station, and then you're put in a holding cell for a while.
You are a war criminal because you've committed crimes against fashion.
I mean,
I love that. Am I a war criminal?
like, you know, like this is a bit over the top for a guy who lies.
Excuse me.
Okay. So you're held, and there is like, there's going to be spoilers. You're going to be held there for a while, like before anybody comes to see you. So what is Yusuf going to do while he's waiting? What is Shanaz going to do when she inevitably finds out that Silsila has been arrested?
I'll let Yusuf go first because he's brilliant at plans.
Well, Shanaz is still getting kidnapped and taken to the dig, right?
Mm-hmm.
And after hanging about and do I go to the police station and ask to see him because he robbed me or something? Try and figure out some way I can get in there and talk to him. They probably won't let me.
Adding another crime is...
Would Yusuf do that though, with his whole wanted escaped slave felon thing?
No, probably not. Probably not. I'm actually quite interested in this dig. I do want to go on this dig.
I have reason to suspect that Silsila may end up there as well.
I don't know, but I can't do anything to help Silsila. And if I get found out, because my problem is that I escaped from Algol.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm supposed to get in trouble with my problem, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you have to like face plant into trouble.
No, but I could mind walk a guard, and no, I can't. Yeah.
Interestingly, you could mind walk Silsila. You don't have to.
And once you mind walk Silsila, then you'll get an image of the guard that sees him most regularly, and that would be the guard you want to mind walk to get information about the cells. Because if you go in and you talk to the desk sergeant, they're not going to know shit about what's going on in the cells. You want the detention guard
to find the jailer. How big is this police station that they take him? Because I'm going to follow them to wherever he.
Yeah, you're going to follow along. There's a bit of
wherever
drama.
he goes, so I can like.
There's
take
no
pictures.
There's no
police
cars or anything in the city. It's all
we've got to walk everywhere.
So they all sort of. They're definitely not getting a palanquin for.
They're not going to get on one and drag him behind.
No, I
was expecting a piggyback. I was really disappointed.
Like guards piggybacking criminals across the town. This one really like.
No, they're going to force you to give all three of them a piggyback.
I did make them run.
So they do sort of like 4-person march him to the nearest. It's a standalone building. It's got ground floor, first floor kind of setting. The odd thing about this is, unlike all the other streets, this one is like it has an alley all around it. Like it has 4 walls, not connected. And you've probably spotted like 4 or 5 others around the streets if you've been walking. Like they're all individual buildings rather than terraced kind of thing.
Yeah, man.
I don't know how many cramped Holy City prisons Yusuf has been in. You can assume perhaps they have a basement.
Yep.
Kind of thing.
Yep.
That sort of stuff.
Well, as they take Silsila in,
mm-hmm.
Yusuf will mind walk Silsila to see if the way gets thrown into, unless he's going to get processed for half an hour or something, but just to see wherever they chuck him.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. Do you want to test mystic
yep.
powers?
This is where I failed my mystic
You're
power
just too
roll.
stressed to do it.
Here we
yeah.
go. Like, oh,
Am I allowed to like not fight it or anything?
failed the roll. I'm going to push. That's better. 2 successes.
Okay. So you make a connection. I don't think Silsilla knows, but he's secretly hoping. Like, please mind walk, please mind walk. Not when I go to the bathroom, but please mind walk. That kind of stuff. And then Yusuf's probably been arrested a couple of times, so he's got the sense to wait it out a little bit once they've got through the boring sort of stuff. Unless he really wants to know Silsilla's birthday or whatever date he gives them, that kind of stuff. Where'd you live? Your house. That sort of petulant reply. And you catch the end where they're taking Silsilla's likeness, taking his picture, putting his fingerprints, confiscating his pilot's license and that kind of stuff, writing down like one knitted jumpsuit on the form.
Yeah, don't forget you've got my accelerator pistol, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't find a pistol on him. And they go down some stairs into a basement where there are a number of like empty sort of cells. There is like one large communal cell and then a bunch of individual ones. They take Silsilla all the way to the other end, put him in one by himself. As you look around Silsilla, you can see that there is like a bunch of folks in the communal cell. There's like a good bunch of people sort of there in various stages of inebriation. Some are a bit drunk, some are like clearly they've been beaten up or something. Some look like they get there quite often, and they're just sort of waiting it out. Like maybe they've sold tat to the wrong sort of pilgrim and been caught, and they're just going to be like, all right, yeah, fuck off, I'll pay my fines, and then I'll go on and rip someone else off. That kind of stuff.
Stamp your 10 jailings, get the 11th jailing free card.
You get a donut on your 11th lockup kind of thing. And that kind of stuff as they're sort of like, come on, Samuel, let me out, let me go, why am I here, sort of thing. They're like, shut up, and they march Silsilla down to the end one, sit you there, Silsilla in this like meager looking like bench bucket kind of
luxury end
cell. You get a good look at the guard and see him sort of like lock the gate and turn around and walk back out.
Am I still handcuffed to this?
I think you are actually, yeah.
So did he have one of those holes where I can stick my hands through and just like bang them against it as if say, come on, dude?
Make a... It's got to be some sort of empathy test.
Manipulation.
Yeah, manipulation.
That's a really good roll to make.
Yeah,
all right then. So I have a grand total of this many dice. Camera angle's wrong. I have 2 dice. Let's find out.
That's what you get for claiming to be the Shanaz of perps.
How'd it go?
I probably just told him that he was a bad runner and maybe, work out a bit more if he wants to chase real quick.
Does not remove the handcuffs. And as he's leaving, he accidentally knocks over the bucket of water. Like the drinking water is very hot in this place. Like he knocks that over as well. So like all your drinking water sort of spills on the floor. He's like, oops. Sit down, shut up, and leaves. Sort of thing.
I mentally line up the targeting reticule from the accelerator cannon we have.
Yeah, Yusuf, there is this strange thing where you can see Silsilla's
like
head.
A little red thing,
Just put his fingers up. Like,
For some reason, like, in mental image, my hands are here with some little red button.
Yeah, he brings his fingers up. He goes,
3 little red lines zoom in on the back of the guy's head.
Kind of thing happens as Silsilla is obviously crazy. Obviously.
For some reason, you're compelled to use the word strafe at least twice in the next hour.
But yeah, you can see, you get a good sort of view of the layout of this guard that goes back upstairs. There is there's obviously CCTV. Looks over it, flicks through the stuff, looks down to his friend who sat there as well. And yeah, you get a good view of the layout and a couple of the guards who are there and that kind of stuff.
Cool. What to do next? Right, so now I know it's underground.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't see any. Obviously, it's a prison, so there's there's not going to be any other ways in or out. There's not a convenient little sewer pipe or something.
Yes, there was
and I'm not about to go running in there, crazy like. I am going to try thought transference.
Okay.
I need to remember. I've got to look back at your message to me about how that works. Where are we? Because it's a new one in the book, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here we go. Thought transference. You can project your thoughts into the minds of other people in sight. Hold. The recipient automatically understands what the thoughts came from you. Extra 6s on your mystic roll allow you to communicate with your PC buddy, regardless of distance, or project your thoughts onto one extra person per 6. Critical success roll allows you to communicate with a person you know somewhat well, regardless of distance. So if I roll well, I can
communicate with
Silsila wherever he is.
If you roll really well, you can communicate with Silsila and Shanaz.
Yeah, but they can't talk to me. Basically, I want to try and get a message to Silsila to say, sorry, but I'm going to go to the dig to help Shanaz because she might be in trouble.
Okay.
That's my intention.
Sure.
Yeah.
Silsila's not daft. He knows you're not going to full frontal assault the police station. And that really our way out of this is Shanaz. That's what we do, isn't it? Might do the shooting and fighting, but we're not going to fight the whole police station.
No.
Shanaz and connection.
Political pressure. Yeah. Get us out of there. Okay. Before I do this, I will call Shanaz.
Okay. Shanaz, what have you're there? You've been...
I'm at the fabricator talking fashion design, and I'm doing a Queen Liz. I'm designing an outfit that's going to say much more than it seems to say.
Nice.
So I'm thinking like an under suit thing, like Under Armour, with in dark colours, dark greys with little lotus patterns on it, with a camise and a burra and a veil to go over the top of that.
And also surreptitiously searching the name of the chief of guards, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Many tabs kind of thing. And make you more tea. So you get this kind of, is it a proper call, Yusuf? Is that
yeah.
Incoming call from Yusuf. Kind of thing.
Hello, darling. What can I do for you?
Can you talk?
A little, not too much right now, but say what you need to say. It's fine. I can always timetable something.
Silsila has met up with some friends. They've taken him to their house. For a while. I assume he's going to be there a while. I'm just kind of at a loose end outside. I don't really like the interior of their house. It's not my style.
Yeah. I know how you get uncomfortable in certain situations. That makes perfect sense, darling.
Sure. I was thought I'd meet up with you over where you're going.
Well, I understand they are looking for people to do some of the excavation
Well,
work.
I've
Maybe
got a
you could
ticket.
talk to a friend about that.
I've got a way over there, I think.
Perfect. That sounds wonderful. All right, well, let's timetable something for a little while's time.
Yeah.
I'll have my people send over a date or something for you, and we can set
Sure.
something up.
And like, if you could, I don't know, talk to his friends, and
I have a few people I need to get in touch with. You're quite right.
Sure. Cool. Okay. See you later, darling.
Bye-bye, love. Thanks. Click.
Darling.
I was waiting for you to say tatty bye.
TTFN. So the aide, the person who's been sort of supervising and facilitating is like, I thought we'd agreed with the Dai that you would be spending the next couple of days with it. Obviously, he'll pay for the.
No, naturally, of course I am. Sometimes when you have sort of persistent clients, they become quite infatuated. You need to handle gently.
Right. Okay. But you have agreed an exclusive couple of days with the Dai.
Absolutely, yes.
Excellent. I hope you understand that exclusive means exclusive to the Dai.
Absolutely, of course, yes. No,
right.
Fear not, dear. I would never go against a contract.
Good. Because we have made a contract.
Yes, we have. We have indeed.
Indeed. Oh, look, I think this is... And they gesture back over to the fabricator in like a... Let's deflect. And now we've had that slightly uncomfortable conversation.
Talk to me about contracts, madam.
Yeah. As she gestures over there, there is... you see... And actually, you'd probably recognise him. It's the chauffeur that came and picked you up from the ship. He comes over and he leans over to the side to the aide as you're looking over like this lotus fabric on like the final iteration of whatever and how it's about to be pressed into the right sort of cut in order to be like stitched and fabricated into that kind of thing. And the technician's like explaining like, it's two-sided now. I've printed it on both sides and that kind of stuff. And, it's stretchy now, like you said, rather than, that kind of stuff.
Who's your best friend? Spandex.
Yeah. And this chauffeur leans over and is sort of talking to the aide and then sort of moves to the door.
May I use my observation skill to try and earwig in on them? Because I think as a courtesan, earwigging on conversations without looking like you're earwigging on conversations is something that you'd be quite good at.
Yeah, you can make an observation check.
Do wits is 3. Also, they've got my back up a little bit. Only one success.
Okay. So, the media aid is obviously a little bit more savvy, and they have like a tabula in the way, or they're quite clever as to like maybe pull their shawl forwards, that kind of stuff. The chauffeur is obviously used to always having their back to someone, and is less savvy about hiding, making that lines. And he's saying like, well, look, I've been told to get the yacht ready, and we're going to leave ahead of the ship. No, I understand. But you've got to understand. I've just been. It's ready, and we're going in 15 minutes. That kind of stuff. She's got to be on it. If I have to come and carry her down here, the Dar's satisfied with that. And the media person's like, obviously is like saying something. He's like, yeah, 15 minutes, and then he like heads back out, and you can see that at the doorway, there are a couple of staff. Now, there's not normally staff at the doorway, kind of thing.
Are these the sort of somewhat more burly members of staff?
Yeah, they're the bit like they're wearing shorts and like shirt, that sort of like where we'll throw luggage around and also people.
Yeah, totally a physical trainer. That's me.
Yeah. They're sort of stood down there by the door. And after a moment, as you're inspecting like this beautiful spandex lotus print, the aide comes over and goes, Looks like everything's done here. That's just fortunate because the Dar is eager to take you to the city. Want some good shots of the dome. Maybe we could get some shots of you moving through the holy city. Obviously, we'd have to do a portion of it on foot, but don't worry, we have a good palanquin ready for you, and we're going to try and get you there as fast as we can. And she gestures to like the technician, like we've got 10 minutes to get this done. And Shanaz en route. Yeah, and the technician does that kind of like no face, but doesn't say it. And then
Should I grab something from my spares just in case?
Yeah, that would be really great.
I'll nip back to my room and do a quick change, and then we can always.
She gestures to one of the chaps. She goes, and I can't think of a name right now, but and they'll come with you just in case you need to carry any bags or anything.
That'll be wonderful. Thank you so much.
I'll stay and make sure we get the whatever's ready to be printed is printed.
If you could, that would be great. And I'm sure I've got something appropriate.
And yeah, this burly looking folk follows you back to where you've been staying, the room. Doesn't come in behind you, but does sort of stand there in the doorway, sort of thing. Oh, they catch on and turn around.
Defo kidnapped. Things faster. Com later. And I will then get changed into my more durable outfits and also pick up my go bag.
Mm-hmm.
And also the heaviest luggage bag I have for him to carry.
Okay. Yeah. Does Shanav have any like weapons or anything in it? She's got one of them fancy fans, hasn't she?
She's got a hand fan, yeah.
Okay, cool.
But it's just a fan.
Yeah, no, it's just a
not
fan.
a weapon.
I understand. I was just trying to.
No, I know. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely time to make sure I've got my key bits of equipment, which is the grav belt and the fan.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, a go bag full of like a quick change, some makeup, brick of opal.
Yeah, brick of opal. Just in case. I mean, yeah, of course. All right, so this burly folk, they pick up the bag. There's a moment where they go, and then they pick it up and move. Like it's not a complete hindrance, but it is.
Oh, that's not the point.
Yeah, I know. But...
Once we get to the yacht, I'm going to say, actually, darling, this is too small to take all of that with. I'll make do with the go bag. You can take that one back.
Oh, I see. All right. So yeah.
Total inconveniencing.
They lead you to the yacht, and there the Dar is there. You can see therein. It's like very sort of simple, but that kind of simple that probably cost a lot of money. Simple.
The kind of simple that would make, say, a group of fanatic religious nutcases believe that you were pious and holy, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's also like previously he's been quite not flamboyant, but very like traditional, like bright and desert sort of sunrise kind of golds and stuff that looks good. Ostentatious, like I'm a Dar and you know I'm there.
Yeah, I mean the whole part of being a Dar is that you show that off.
And this is very simple and very monochrome, very like black and grey and white in sort of colours. Which is probably like the first thing that you sort of maybe take. Obviously nobody notices it because you're very good at like sort of keeping a composure. But it's got to be one of the first things that Shanaz notices. And he gestures to like a seat in the little yacht, and says, "I thought we would just advance the schedule and get to the city."
No, this is lovely, very exciting. rattle off a make and model that it probably isn't, but one that would have been very fashionable maybe a year ago. So one that's maybe a model behind this one, so that he can show off that it's actually even better than that.
Yeah, he doesn't, right? He doesn't. But you can see that the chauffeur chimes in and goes, "No, it's something something."
Oh,
yeah. And then there's also the custom kind, and he goes, "Enough, let's go." Kind of thing, as he's clearly like sort of thing.
somebody's uncomfortable.
Previously, like you would like whenever you've had meetings and stuff, there's been like champagne and fruit and nice. There's nothing here. And he seems to have like a tabula ready, and he's scrolling through some things and looking at some stuff. And as you sort of actually makes an observation roll. Let's see.
Come on, Shanaz, don't fail me now. That's more like it. 2 successes.
So he's looking at some maps, and what you first thought was like an inventory. You see is more like there's like a list of folks, and also
After the rapture.
there's a list of folks, like a list of names, and then what kind of sort of the thing that you sort of spot, like when he realizes perhaps that you were looking, he flips to this map. What it looks like first is some sort of like handwritten letter, and it's addressed, like the first thing you notice is "My love, come soon, things have changed." Then he flips, and it's a map of some sort of old temple and a list of people, a list of names. 1 or 2 you recognize from your research, like the missing people.
I'm going to take a selfie because I'm on a yacht in the desert, and it's so exciting.
For the first time since you've been with the Dar, he declines to be in your, like, he's like, "No, not right now.
Okay, sure. Let me just tweet this out. So I shall tweet it out, and I shall include a deliberate typo that Anila would recognize as a signal that all is not well at the Circle K.
Okay, so you send out the Shanaz would never typo.
Yeah.
No doubt you will get a million tweets and retweets and
it'd be all over the place.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah, just having a knap.
I might actually spell his name wrong, which is something that a courtesan would never do.
So Shanaz, you board it. You send this poorly spelled tweet. Silsila sits in a jail cell, probably being as annoying as physically possible.
No, these guys, I need to wait for the main dude, don't I, to be fair?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not happy they shot me before trying to arrest me, but it's not a fight I can win, so let's just observe for a bit and wait.
And Yusuf, you begin heading out to the wound for the dig site? Yeah, all right.
Absolutely.
So as the evening sets, you see a storm approaching the holy city, and the 3 of you are split up. Adia and Kirsch are folding t-shirts and putting them away.
Tell them not to do that.
No, I think Kirsch would. Like, he wants a clean ship.
I think like at least a third of them are going to Kirsch's locker. I'm just like, I don't know where they are.
No, they got lost. The very nice one with the hair is not in my locker. Don't know. I like that one.
As long as Adia is also checking for bugs and planted drugs and weapons and
so that's
sinister shenanigans.
As they're folding t-shirts and sat back in the mess, there is a message that comes through like "bug sweep clear, hope you're all okay," kind of thing. And that's where as 11 p.m. Here in the UK, we end this week. all split up. All split
I'll
up.
split the party 3 ways.
All alone on a semi-foreign planet, except for Shanaz lived here. Grew up here. Thank you very much for watching. Apologize for the wonky internet here at GM Towers. And the live flex of Graham's like, no, our speed is fine. I'm just
I just want, if it was us, I would have said.
I don't know.
Brilliant.
Whatever. If you missed anything, this is a good link. Look, if you missed anything while we were live, come and check us out on YouTube, where the whole video will be there. And just check out and see that bit where Silsila rolled the critical success to cartwheel down the temple was. You should just hear around Graham narrated it. Yeah, come and join us on the YouTube. And while you're there, do give us a subscribe, give the video a like, and leave a comment. We really appreciate it. It does wonders for helping other folks find our version of the Coriolis universe. Also, while you're out on the internet and in the wild, come and join us on Discord because it's really fun. I love our little Discord community. I think we're now able to be. Are we past the small village? Are we getting to a medium village yet?
Getting towards 700, so
We'll look it
getting
up.
there.
We'll look it up in a bit.
Yeah.
There is a wonderful food channel that I very much enjoy. The gift war rages on, and there are traveler rumblings.
Mm,
So if you
there
like,
are.
if you like different kinds of space, definitely come and join us. While we're in space and we're talking about Traveller, you might have remembered a while ago over on the
We're
Patreon.
Hamlet.
On the Patreon, there was a lot of Traveller content because we were doing Feudal Stars. And if you like that
Yep.
kind of stuff, like I'm linking here. This is good.
It's great. It's amazing. That's I'm not saying anything. It's
Okay.
awesome.
If you like Traveller and all that kind of stuff and good stuff, and you want to know possibly how many hidey holes the Kudapatilla has got to fit Shanaz-based merchandise in, it's all in the Patreon. Loads and loads of free stuff there. Loads and loads of free stuff. Loads of not
Yep.
free stuff. Go and have a look. Download what you fancy. Join us if you want to or not. You're cool. And then, oh look, World Builders found. That's you, Ben.
Hamlet.
We're
Yep.
still a Hamlet.
Yeah. No, we're not. Oh, yeah, we're a Hamlet. We're
We're
not a
Hamlet.
Thorpe anymore.
We're Hamlet. I like it. We just need 200 and something people to turn into a
Yeah.
bigger village. It's a big jump from village to small town, though.
Mm.
No, we're not. We are a village.
Are we? Oh, excellent.
20 to 80 is a Thorpe. 81 to 400 is a Hamlet.
Oh yeah, we're a village.
401 to 900 is a village. And it takes a village. So there you go. We can now raise children on Garblag.
What are the people for a hamlet? Like, we know someone who lives in a hamlet. It's literally 3 houses.
Yeah.
Have their own postcode.
I got sidetracked by village sizes. We were talking about Patreon, which is a wonderful way to support us, and we really appreciate all our patrons. Thank you very much. I love you all. I think I've left some patrons on a cold, frosted planet. We play Coriolis with our patrons every month, RPGs with our patron every now and again, and I've left them in the cold on Coriolis. What day are we on? We're on a Tuesday. Tomorrow.
We are.
Later on this evening?
No, nothing this evening. They're only
Tomorrow.
Thursdaying.
Tomorrow is the finale of the current season of Awatatau.
Wow.
Once upon a time in the old world.
Which will be followed next week by Dan P running some Soulbound.
Yes.
Soulbound.
Age of Sigmar.
Soulbound is the amazing superhero, like I always think of it played with the Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin style.
Yeah.
That's the
Absolutely.
That's so a finale, that's excellent. That's exciting. Okay. That's Wednesday. Thursdays on Garblag are
The Heir of Elendil.
oh, we're doing the
One Ring.
Oh, yeah, we are. We're doing the One Ring.
Yes.
And we totally
Yeah.
didn't get sidetracked into a mission at all, did we?
No, not at all. It's lots of fun. I've got to come up with a travelling song.
Obviously, only amateurs.
Yeah. We've
True.
not got sidetracked at all in this.
No,
this
not
campaign.
once.
Never.
You need a main track to be sidetracked from, and the main track is so far away.
Well, eventually come back down to where we're supposed to.
Yeah.
My One Wing
Eventually.
character
Hey.
has got a mingy elven bow with a name. It's that good.
Ooh.
My dwarf likes to do rubbings of statues.
But only the low bits because they're a dwarf?
He's stand on a rock or something. He's, a little step ladder, little fold out step ladder.
Yeah.
And then after the One Ring, in the North America time, I believe we're Acton
Cthulhu. Until the end of the year.
Until the end of the year. If you haven't
all the way
followed
through
and joined in for that, maybe you should right now.
Not right now, but
up
in like 2 or 3 minutes time.
On the YouTube. Yeah. Because I hear some exciting things are in the pipeline.
Indeed.
And what shenanigans happen on Fridays?
Fridays is currently Blades in the Dark.
Is with
it's Aaron's Blades in the Dark. So we are being utterly brutalized week on week. Just an unrelenting stream of new enemies and the horrible things they do to us. It's brilliant.
It's brilliant. It's Blades in the Dark. And like I said, if you missed any of that, check out the YouTube where everything gets uploaded eventually. Did I miss anything? Don't think I did.
Nope.
Good.
Other than come back next.
Yes, do come back next week to find out whether Cecilia sits in the prison.
I think it was a brig.
A brig.
Yeah.
Maybe. Join us next week. And come and share Cappy Got Bara gifts on the Discord. Bye.
We're currently doing Bill Paxton gifts.
Oh, Bill Paxton. Oh, excellent. Bye.
Solid choice.